Alrighty, hello everybody. Cameron here with the Red Coin, the Nintendo podcast, joined with
Adam,
Chris,
and Aaron.
So we're here from Adam's house today. We've just had a bit of a viewing session of Summer Games Done Quick. We were watching the Pokemon Blue speedrun of 151.
Yeah, so for all of you don't know what Summer Games Done Quick is, Chris, do you want to give us a bit of a...
Yeah, sure. It's basically, it happens twice a year. This is summertime for America, so Summer Games Done Quick, and Awesome Games Done Quick is done in their wintertime, which is obviously our summertime. And it's just basically raise money for the Cancer Foundation and that sort of thing.
People doing speedruns of a whole bunch of different games, basically.
The charity this year is Médecins Sans Frontières or Doctors Without Borders.
Yep, that's the one.
And so far they've raised over $700,000, which is a lot as well.
They have been raising a lot. I mean, it's been going for a few years now, and they seem to be getting more and more donations every time they do it. It's just picking up more popularity.
I read something that the first SGDQ raised $10,000.
Wow.
They're up to 700,000. So that's just a testament to how far it's come.
Still, $10,000 is a great contribution.
Yeah, definitely.
Hats off to them. They're doing some great work.
So yeah,
and with,
it's good to see the game community sort of giving back in that sort of way. And
I think the game community actually is pretty good in that sense. That we can get behind a lot of good courses, and everyone's really willing to back it for a good reason.
Yeah.
Well, I've watched runs on that where people have a guy donated $10,000, like one single donation, so people get right behind it. Yeah, that was for a cancer one, which I think not that Doctors Without Borders isn't as important charity, but like cancer really brings out, because it's how bad it is. It really brings out the charity in people because so many people have dealt with that.
Certainly.
Cool. So what's everyone been up to?
So, I mean, last time we got together was for the Awada podcast.
Yeah.
So I think everyone's kind of had time to mourn and move on from there. I have been playing Yoshi. I finally started actually getting into it seriously.
What world are you up to, Cam?
So I'm up to 2. Now, the reason I'm only up to 2 is because I've been going through and collecting everything.
Right.
Let me just put this. The pyramid level, I think it's level 7, World 2.
Right.
Is the worst level I've ever seen. Like, it's a good level, but
it's
my
really
God,
well
it's so
designed,
hard.
but it's
what in particular? Let's explain it for the listeners.
So you start off, you go through a pipe, and then it takes you to this room, and there's no real, everything's hidden. To progress, you have to find something hidden, basically. So you start in this room, you kill an enemy, and then 2 pipes emerge. You go through one of the pipes that takes you to this locked door with 4 locks and 4 pathways from it. And then each pathway is basically a separate area where you have to find the key and all the items, but also there's a pipe that goes down from the first pathway on each side, so there's an additional 2 levels there. Once you get all 4, you go back to the center and open the door, and then when you go through the door, there's another 2 pathways, and it just keeps doing that on and on.
Quite
and on.
deep, that level.
Yeah.
When I was playing, I was getting a lot of Zelda dungeon vibe. It feels like a dungeon almost.
Lots of back and forth.
You can go back and forth.
I was going through it trying to collect everything. Probably took about 10-15 minutes. I didn't collect everything. I found a secret door. I was like, well, this won't be the end because a secret door can't be the end. And then it was the end. So basically I just skipped 2 pathways because I thought this secret wouldn't take me to the end, and you can't return once you've gone through it.
Yeah.
So that was annoying. What else have you guys been playing?
What have I been playing?
You've been good. Chris has been streaming.
Yeah,
Guys.
I'm on Twitch now, so Project_Chris. Just doing a few casual playthroughs of I was playing Wind Waker the other day, Yoshi's Woolly World.
I saw you play some Shovel Knight.
Yeah,
yes.
playing Shovel Knight and doing
The
some
second
Mario.
highest Shovel Knight?
Yeah. I don't really want to announce that. It's pretty terrible. Yeah.
I think something me and Chris playing around with the streaming stuff recently is we've noticed is streaming's a bit harder for Australians, obviously, with our internet connection.
Yeah, and the time zone doesn't line up as well.
There's not as many people on, but it's definitely growing as a community. I think it's going to become even better with YouTube gaming.
Yeah, once YouTube starts, there should be more.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of really good factors that they're going to one-up Twitch, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, streaming for me is kind of hard because a lot of people make their success by doing long, big streams often.
Yeah, which
and
is
having
really
a
hard
schedule.
to do, yeah.
And I've got a full-time job, so I just can't do that. So it's more of it will be more a casual thing for the moment.
Certainly. Then seeing that you mentioned that, there's a few people that I follow on the internet who game as a hobby, and they have pretty regular schedules where one of my friends plays poker online, and he's got a bit of a following. So it's interesting that.
What about you, Aaron? Have you finally got to play Batman yet?
No, I have not. Well, I guess for me and you, Cam, we've both been moving house recently.
Yep.
And we've both been without internet connections at all.
Thanks. I won't mention who, but thanks for being slow on the upkeep there.
Yeah. So I guess it's even kind of taken me back from Splatoon. So I've kind of gone back to things like handhelds. I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah. X and Y.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Cool.
Is that
Yes,
yeah.
that is. Yes,
Is that the one that we've
haven't forgotten. Yep.
And so I've kind of just been dabbling in a bunch of other stuff recently, like other than console stuff. Yeah, it's really different. I'm trying to think what else I've been playing, really. Yeah, a bit of mainly Pokemon. I've been playing a lot online with Showdown and things like that.
Yeah.
Testing out a few different teams. Worlds is coming up, and I know there's going to be a bit of coverage on that, so it'd be interesting to keep up to date with the meta.
Yeah.
Especially for when that comes around, so I still know what's relevant and what's not.
Definitely. Well, have the rules been released for Worlds?
It'll just be standard VGC.
Yeah,
and
so
doesn't change too
the
much.
format hasn't changed from year to year, which is just it's
Still
interesting
Swift,
to
isn't
see.
Yeah.
For the first time in a while, it's been
about-
2 years in a row with the same format, which is interesting.
What about you, Adam? I see Mario Kart 8 up on the shelf there. Have you been playing some Mario Kart?
No,
just
not
very
actually.
It just has a lot of dust
It's actually for the viewers at home. It's near my Wii, so there's easy access between that and Smash Bros. Because they're my top 2 games that I play on Wii U.
Yes,
so to have that there for easy
You've
access.
also got a Yoshi out, so have you been playing Yoshi then?
Yes. Since we last spoke, I haven't played much Yoshi. Mainly been playing Smash Bros. And there's a lot of new DLC. That,
we just had a big update. So.
We've just had a big update. So that has spurned that on.
So has anyone actually, so Adam, you've got the update. Has anyone else got the update yet? I mean, we haven't.
Yeah, me and
have you
I
got it yet,
haven't.
Chris?
No, I'll probably do it tonight and just update it tonight.
So tell us a bit
tomorrow.
about it then, Adam.
Sure,
What's
I definitely
been
will. So
included
this
in
is, they're calling it version 1.1. So we've moved on from 0.0 something. So you know that this is a pretty big update. There's 2 old stages from the 64 games, which are really like crowd favourites, being Peach's Castle and Hyrule Castle. So the 2 castles in the game.
And we just had a few rounds of that with just the 4 of us as well.
Yeah.
It's really good to see that they've stuck true to the designs. It looks like we were playing it on a Nintendo, 64 or something.
Yeah. But I find that if you'll go back to the 64 version, which we can still have, you'll see like it looks definitely dated.
Yeah.
And they really up-resed it, but was faithful to the original aesthetic of it. And
I feel like they've
stages to
considered.
play in.
Yeah, they're fun. I feel like they've considered 8 players as well when they're doing these stages because they feel like they are a bit bigger.
Yeah,
scale wise. Yeah,
certainly. And I was going to mention that both stages are compatible with 8-player Smash.
Oh, cool.
And I was trying it yesterday with sort of 7 CPU characters just to see how it worked in an 8-player setting, and it was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's good to see they haven't just kind of ignored 8-player because it's already got limited maps for it. So to keep these new ones being included in it, it's good because I think
they're still including more maps. I found with one of the updates they allowed for more maps to be included in 8-player Smash. Yeah. So I foresee a situation where hopefully all maps will be playable in 8-player Smash, barring sort of technicality. So maybe like close to 80% of the stages.
cool to see.
Definitely.
So it's cool seeing we get some stuff from Smash Bros. We haven't, obviously leading up to E3, we got a lot from Kart and Mario Kart. What else did we get?
We had a lot from Kart because Kart had just released its second batch of tracks.
Yep.
So we've really been quiet on the Mario Kart 8 front at this point. I'm hoping as we kind of, as American summer, as the summer in North America ends and we get into autumn and releases start to pick up, I think maybe around September, we maybe could see a Mario Kart
I think in the next
Direct.
3 months leading up to obviously Christmas as well, we're going to see a lot from everybody. So, things are going to happen very shortly. It's just a matter of waiting till then.
It's kind of funny how the Nintendo lineup causes you to completely ignore some games. Like as soon as Splatoon came out, Smash and Mario Kart just took a complete seat in the back burner, and I didn't pick them up until well after that. And probably the only reason I've even gone back to playing other games is because I don't have the internet right now, so I can't even work on my.
Well, Splatoon's been my front runner, and I think we just got some news on that recently too. Yeah.
So August 6th, I think it was, or August 4th was the big updates coming out for Splatoon, which increases the level cap amongst other things.
Yeah, so we go from level 20 to level 50, which is huge.
Yes. That's going to be a huge sort of game changer for the game as well in terms of the balancing and all that kind of thing.
It said there's also going to be new items, new weapons. There's like a bucket weapon.
Yeah, there's a slosher, I think that's called.
That'll be really
There's like
cool.
a chain gun.
Yeah.
It's called the Splatling. It's like a Gatling gun. That's really cool.
Yeah. Let's go back to Smash Bros. Then before we get into
definitely. I just wanted to rattle off some stuff. Yeah. So the other thing with Smash Bros. That was a big deal is tournament mode is now available. So both online tournament mode and a YouTube replay upload feature have been included.
That's why I think Nintendo definitely are going to be working with YouTube for that. I mean, they already have for some time, but once that stream comes, I think most Nintendo people, I know I will for one, will be using that as our streaming system.
Definitely. And I think that's going to be really good as well from the perspective of every update so far. I've had replays saved to the console which are unviewable, but now I'm sure they'll be able to just be uploaded and archived in some way. So if we have a really cool match where some stuff happens, it'd be really cool to
stuff happens, that
see
thing
that.
Happens, and then,
and
then the thing.
No, well, I was going to say probably the funnest match I've had of Smash Bros on 3DS was one where I was on a pirate ship and it was so close. It was between you and I.
Yeah.
And it was. I
remember that. Yeah.
It was like you were Zelda and I was, I think, Yoshi and
I was Zelda?
No, you were Link, maybe.
Oh,
I think you were Link at some point.
Oh, yeah, Zelda with the little green hat.
No, that's Link we're talking about. I forget who it was. I think you were Toon Link. Anyway, I won't bore the listeners. I think it was a really fun match, and being able to archive that would be a really cool idea. But before we do that, I'm just going to rattle off. So there were a whole bunch of new Mii outfits as well for those who are interested.
No one's interested.
This time round, though, I didn't buy them. But there's a Samus Armor Mii outfit, a Lloyd set one, a Black Knight, Crom, Flying Man, King K.R. Rule, Bear Suit, and a hoodie with Smash Bros. Insignia on it.
Wow, I didn't know about the King K. Rool one.
Yeah, so the King K. Rool one is probably the coolest of the outfits. Do we think, guys, that this is going to lead into a King K. Rool announcement? We know with Smash Ballot, King K. Rool was probably a often requested character.
Who?
King K. Rool. Is that
King
K. Rool?
K. Rool.
That's all right.
I always say that. I just...
King K.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's one of those things where you just grow up and you never get corrected.
Yeah, no one ever corrected me.
Like our friend who thought Psyduck was Pussy Duck.
Yeah. No. That wasn't me. Yes, King K. Rool.
Yeah, there we
go.
go.
Do you think he will be...
We got there.
I don't think
in the game?
No.
I don't think...
I don't think he's relevant.
There's a lot of more relevant characters that'll make it on top.
Like Rayman.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm still holding
Please,
hope
we were
for
tricked
Rayman.
before.
The ballot is due soon, right?
Yeah, it's finished in October.
October,
I mean, it's
so-
such a nebulous thing, really, the ballot.
We don't know exactly.
Yeah.
Like, the top character is definitely going to be in the game. They've never
No.
said anything
Goku.
leading to that.
Yeah,
Shrek.
Go.
Shrek would be cool. He wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't.
With that partnering with Disney.
Yeah.
Actually, you bought an amiibo today as well, didn't you, Adam?
Dreamworks.
Did I buy an
Oh,
amiibo
no,
today?
you were
No,
going to, you
I
didn't
was
have
going.
to.
I didn't buy an amiibo today.
We stopped off to get lunch, and Adam goes, "Oh, we'll just pop in at EB. I just want to look at something." I go, "Yo, you want to go buy amiibos?" No. We walk in straight to the amiibo, picks up 4.
three of them, yeah.
Like,
But I didn't buy any of
We
them.
will be holding an intervention for Adam soon, guys. If you would like to attend, please let us know via our email.
I didn't buy any of them, though. I did really well. And
You can see him shaking when the decision not to buy them. He starts drooling.
no, I just saw
foaming at the
Pac-Man
mouth.
and
Cold
thought
sweat.
it'd be cool. But that actually leads on to my next point that I wanted to make, where we got a bit of Super Mario Maker news. So you know how amiibos are compatible with Super Mario
Yes.
Maker and unlock costumes.
Yes.
We have had full confirmation that it supports 99 amiibo Mario costumes.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So many.
Dude, I've missed all this news. So glad we do this.
I
podcast.
know. Well, you learn the news when that happens, right?
So you're not the only ones hearing news from
Yeah,
the podcast. We're
I'm
here too,
learning as
guys.
well.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
Well,
so far they've only confirmed 8.
I like this idea, but
Yes.
I'm kind of scared because I just went through in Yoshi. Obviously, they have every amiibo has a costume,
Yes.
except for the Pokemon ones.
Yes.
Is this going to be the way of the future for every game that has costumes? Like, is Mario Kart going to end up having every single amiibo with a costume?
I think that's the way
this,
to do the.
This drives me crazy because I need to complete the costume sets. Like,
That's not my fault.
It drives you crazy.
No, it is
But
your
that's what Nintendo wants you to do.
I know, and I hate them, and I love them.
So you need to then, like for me, as much as the rest of the cast deride me for my amiibo collection or my amiibo, intervention, whatever. Addiction. Yes, I don't even know what it is because I don't have it. I only pick the ones that I like. Like I was not going to buy a Ganondorf one because Ganondorf's not my favourite character. I bought a Yoshi one because Yoshi's my favourite character.
I'm in the same mind. I was originally intending to buy all of them. I quickly decided to only pick ones that I play in Smash, and then maybe ones that become relevant as I go. I still haven't got the Splatoon ones because I did all the Splatoon missions with someone else's one. Yeah. So, I can see where you're coming from.
I'm still the only Amiibo virgin here.
You don't have
I
one.
didn't
No,
actually-
you have one because
No, I
someone
don't.
gave you the Mario Party one, didn't they?
No.
No? Okay.
I do not own a single Amiibo, and I'm okay with that.
I thought you bought one with Mario
you?
Party.
I came very close to buying the Splatoon ones because I liked the armor that came with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's a few I'd like,
Yeah.
but I just don't know.
I started off with Link
Yeah.
with the sole intention of Link being
I
obviously
can
my
really
favorite character and
understand.
stuff.
I really can understand buying your favorite characters.
Yeah.
It's
But-
just something I've never really got around to. I haven't found a need for.
I can't justify it just yet because I walk into the store and I go, yeah, Greninja's really cool. I kind of want Greninja. Pikachu's kind of cool as well. That's awesome. I've got 2 Pokemon now. I probably should get another Pokemon one, like to add to the set.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, Yoshi's cool, the woolly one. Oh, yeah, great. And then it just grows, and you don't realize until you've got 20.
I don't really
and you
want Wii Trainer, but I'll get her anyway.
Yeah,
Just-
it's pretty rare.
I feel
I
like
almost
it's a
got
slippery slope. If I do buy one,
Mm.
I'm just going to own them all within like a week.
and
it's
you
just-
blink, and then like you have no
We're
friends.
at a point
and then
now anyway where Australia has good stock now.
Yes.
You can pretty much go through and buy them all. I haven't seen like a Wii Fit Trainer, and there's a couple other ones, but pretty much everything else is available.
Yeah.
So it's
They
not a
did.
challenge
They
anymore.
did make an announcement. Nintendo Australia made an announcement on their social media platforms that they were restocking and bringing more amiibos in. So it does seem like supply has met demand, and there's been a convergence point, which makes a lot of sense. But there's still sort of crazy things where a gold amiibo comes out and people line up, which I haven't done. So
Well, Adam, you better really. I saw you pick up that Pac-Man amiibo today. You probably get on that before the movie Pixels comes out and then just blows up and everyone wants that.
point. Yeah.
Speaking of the movie
It's already
Pixels,
done terribly. Though.
it's already
a flop.
it's both a box office and critical flop. So for anyone who was excited to
Really?
yes.
I'm so surprised. It
I
looks
was
so good.
look. I wasn't
Sarcasm.
Adam Sandler directed it. I had no idea. He wrote and directed it, apparently. Or at least directed
It kind of
it.
makes
Yeah,
me
that's alarm
sad
bells, like,
because
straight away.
it
I like
just
Adam
means a
Sandler
lot of
as an
childhood
actor.
stuff for us didn't do well.
No,
And that's
one of the
best
best reviews I read for just quickly on it
Yes,
as a side
just
note for
sorry,
Pixels. It
please.
was just like if you're looking, it was something along the lines of if you're looking for a movie that speaks to you as a child in video game and it treats it well, it's already been released. It's called Wreck-It Ralph.
Thank
years
you
ago.
very much.
So, yeah.
I think that's a great note to end
There
on.
is news of the Wreck-It Ralph 2 coming out.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
That's
that's
coming
going to be
out
great.
in a couple of years.
Anyway, back
But
to
yes,
this.
back to
Lots of side stories. here.
Incept down a level, back to Super Mario Maker having a ton of amiibo support. So they've only confirmed 8 so far, which I'll rattle off. We've got Link, Isabelle,
Sizu.
no,
That's its Japanese.
that's its
name.
Japanese
is
name. Sorry, we're just rattling off a
Isabelle.
list. Yes, it is Isabelle. I knew
Marth.
that. Marth, Bowser, Peach,
With a
Kirby,
parasol as well.
Wii Fit Trainer, and the god himself, Yoshi. So, I am very excited for this.
Adam, would you say you like Yoshi?
I would say I like Yoshi
Yoshi fan?
a lot. Yes.
Interesting for me.
I don't even like his game, like his side series the most though.
Yeah.
Like that's the funniest
Just
part.
him as a character.
Just
I
him as a character.
I was
Great
looking
character.
at my
Yeah.
my things I own, like my plushies and stuff.
Mm.
I have like 4 Yoshis, and like I like Yoshi a lot, but
You
I
never
don't even
realised
know
it.
how I got that many. I have Yoshi slippers, the Nintendo Club Yoshi Special Edition plushie, a plushie I bought from eBay, I think, and a couple of like small die cuts.
Yoshi's a cool character,
It's
man.
like,
What can I say?
I should have more Bowser's though. I like Bowser more. Bowser's my boy.
Anyway,
Interesting to note is that with this list as well, they've included Pokemon that didn't work in Yoshi's Woolly World, so they're
Interesting,
learning,
okay.
which I think that
I'd like to play a Mario level with Pikachu.
Yeah,
Why
that
the
would be
hell not?
fun.
Yeah.
Will it be
That's
all?
weird.
Do you think it's going to be every amiibo then?
Yeah, they've basically
So
they've
99.
said the only amiibo that won't work are me fighter, me gunner, me brawler, me sword
Mii's,
fighter.
okay.
Yeah,
So
That
not
makes
missing
sense.
so
out.
is Chibi Robo going to work with it?
Yeah.
Really?
Actually,
Yeah.
this could open
There
up
has
a lot
to
of
be 99
possibilities
of these
for
things,
playing
right?
Mario games from the point of view of Bowser. And you
That'd
can,
be really
you
cool.
can play through as Bowser, like
You
trying
gotta-
to
you're
steal
catching-
Peach back from Mario.
That's
That's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, that's a really cool
That's-
idea. Already,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of so many things
like
they
so
could
many
do.
possibilities. Yeah.
Like you could have like a Mario themed boss level.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
somewhere like that. I cannot be more excited for Super Mario Maker. It's coming out in a month from today. Like it's really close by. And
Just on that subject,
Yeah.
because this is blowing my mind. What a concept right now. Like, you're Bowser and you're fighting Mario and you have to avoid being hit 3 times. Like, Mario's there with this hammer and you're just like running away from him and stuff. That I would love to see that game.
It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Nintendo, please. Please do
Well,
that. That's so
with
good.
Mario Maker, this could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else have we got, Adam?
Yeah, okay, so moving on from that, this is something that's really interesting for, Nintendo files like ourselves, I think, who like to buy merch.
We just do a Nintendo podcast.
Oh, we just live and breathe.
Yeah.
The shirt I'm wearing right now isn't just an Alakazam shirt for nothing.
Yeah.
Nintendo, apparently this has come out, are setting out their own loot subscription service, box deal.
Like Loot Crate.
Yeah, like Loot Crate. So, for those who don't know, Loot Crate is you pay this certain amount a month and goodies arrive via mail, certain merchandise from a whole bunch of pop culture
It's like Christmas.
things. Yeah, it's like Christmas,
monthly,
but
though.
every day of the month. Or, sorry, every month. It's like
Every day of the month is a bit
it's, like,
intense.
it's
a
very
lot.
similar. It's like a cheese of the month thing. Like if you really like cheese, you'd be part of the cheese of the month club.
Yeah.
So there's a report
like
that bundles of Nintendo stuff will be delivered to your door every month, and it could be happening in the near future. Set to launch in September, but we've had no word as to whether or not this includes a launch in Australia.
Please tell us, Nintendo.
It features toys, clothes, and other Nintendo-related merchandise. Guys, if such a service were to come to Australia, firstly, do you think it would come to Australia? And if it did, would you subscribe?
Maybe, eventually. I'd like to. I really would like to see it. Because I like the idea of Loot Crate in general.
Are you a subscriber of Loot Crate at the moment?
I'm not at the moment,
Okay.
but I can really see the appeal in it. And it's become more and more popular, not just with Nintendo. Like, I heard there was one recently for girls where they can get, like, their makeup delivered,
That's cool.
a crate for them once a month. Of all
This
the
will be
essentials
the
for them.
next thing, I think.
Yeah.
Like subscription
The
deliveries.
whole idea of
Yeah.
Loot Crate is really good, and
Yeah.
it just does all the work for you. So
Yeah. People love online shopping. People love the idea of getting something or it's like getting a present in
gift.
the mail.
Yeah.
But you're the one spending money. And then, it's, there's a little bit of mystery to it. There's a little bit of intrigue to that. I couldn't agree more with Cameron. I do think it's going to be a big deal. Chris, would you subscribe to a service if they were to launch it in Australia?
It really depends on what it comes with. I'm very wary of my shelf space, and I don't like to have clutter, because the more clutter you've got, the more things you've got to move while you're dusting and just blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. So,
Certainly.
if it was something a bit more like a collector type thing, rather than just an amiibo every now and then.
Sure.
Like what they're doing with Mario Maker, the deluxe edition, you get like the pamphlet and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, with the book. That is really cool. So
Yeah.
if stuff like that is actually collectible,
Yeah.
then I could consider
That's
it.
why I'm not downloading that one. I'm actually going to buy that a hard copy of that.
yeah.
And I think you're the same, Cam.
Yeah, I buy physical copies for anything anyway.
Oh,
the
okay.
only thing I haven't bought a physical copy for was Wario,
Game & Warrior.
Game & Warrior, because I wasn't sold on it, and good thing I didn't pay real
Yeah,
money for
no,
this
no
hard
way.
case, because...
Well, you
The
didn't get
only-
it for free when you bought Mario Kart
Well, I
8?
did, but that's...
Yeah.
On a side note, again, the only good thing about that game is the Pictionary game in that. Everything else is terrible.
There's some good games in it.
It was so...
I haven't played it, so I can't judge.
It,
But
it wasn't as good. The WarioWare series is way better than the game.
Yeah, definitely.
love WarioWare. We need another one of those.
Well, are you going to
yeah.
be getting it then, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting it. I think, I already buy Nintendo clothing, and I'm a fan of Nintendo merchandise.
So we're assuming that it's going to be like a shirt or an amiibo.
Yeah,
or
I think
what's
it
gonna
could be like a shirt, a figurine. I don't think they'll include amiibo with it. I actually don't think they'll do that.
Okay.
I think they'll keep it to more Club Nintendo kind of related
Yeah.
stuff.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm a big advocate of Club Nintendo. I've been, ever since I found out about them, I've been saving up my points. I've probably spent about 20,000 points worth of stuff. Like, I've got 2 of the notebooks, the plushie, 3 sets of the post-its. I've got the face towels, the bookcase. I've
Okay,
got the
well,
book
yeah.
folders. All the
I
cool
get the
stuff.
picture.
So,
and
do you
the
reckon this
t-shirt.
will be like
So I
their
think
new
it'll scale
subscription
that.
model that they're talking about? Their Club Nintendo. Could this tie into like their new?
Possibly.
I think you're right on the money
Yeah.
there, Chris.
I
I
just-
think
it just
it's
hit me then.
because it's similar to we know Club Nintendo is closing in a month, I think actually, and we know that this report says that it's around September, October. So I think it could coincide with Club Nintendo, where it could be like you pay a subscription service, you might be able to access some discounts as well through it, and buy games through the eShop. which they'd be really happy to see. Like they could integrate it
Yeah.
well with that.
I see this as a side service. This,
Yeah, it can
like,
be
obviously,
side
this
service.
isn't going to be the main service, but I definitely think this will be something you can add in. And just going back to what we're saying, I definitely will be getting it. I don't think it will come to Australia on release. I think we'll get a delayed time. Similar to how Club Nintendo is for us now, we have like a quarter, if not less, than what's available to the like the European and other countries. We get kind of the scraps of it, which is really annoying. Some of the stuff I've seen when I go to log on to get my points, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I log into the Australian shop and it just disappears without a trace because it's not available here. So I think we'll get it delayed.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
think it'll be
probably
a
right.
huge delay. I'm thinking maybe like financial quarter or possibly half a year. So
you reckon 3 months?
3 to 6
Yeah.
months, I think, will be a delay before we
Okay.
get it. With like positively thinking, basically.
Okay.
Just the way we have been dealt with Nintendo previously in terms of this extra
Well, we
stuff.
got Yoshi early.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a little different between a game.
Those
and an
Americans
entire
are still
subscription
waiting to
service.
play Yoshi, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we are getting better, and I think 3 to 6 months is a reasonable delay. Like, I wouldn't be annoyed at a 3 to 6 months delay, but I think if they can do as close to a worldwide launch in terms of
Universal
Europe,
launches,
Australia,
they're
America,
getting-
Japan being the centers.
They're getting much more frequent. I mean, Pokemon we get Universal all the time now, and games we either have early
we
access
fought long
or
and
the
hard
same.
for that. I think.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, honestly, we deserve it because, like, a few years ago, you would literally years it would take some games to come out in Australia, and not with R ratings aside, like some even just standard games would just not come to Australia.
Yeah.
I think the biggest push for that is we're in the digital age now, so
Yeah.
you know,
They're
it's
trying
not
to
a matter
keep
of
up.
shipping physical copies to.
Yeah, I guess the bottleneck
country.
now is the localization of the languages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because we are a part of the PAL region, we kind of... There's like
Yeah.
6 languages included on our disc.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess moving on from that, I just wanted to dip into some financial news.
Yeah, sure, man. We love a bit of
because we
stats.
love a bit of stats for Nintendo. So there's been a lot of news in that the first quarter of Nintendo's financial year is gone by, and we've got some results from that. Between April 1st and the 30th of June, Nintendo had a net income profit of around 90 million Australian dollars. Operating profit wasn't as impressive, just 12 million. However, sales are still up on the same period last year. It's worth noting that Amiibo has really spurned on a lot of them. $90.2 billion worth of the little things have been sold.
Wow.
72.1% of those were overseas as well. Splatoon has done really well, sold 1.62 million units up until the end of June, and it was a third of all the 4.55 million Wii U games sold during this time.
Awesome.
So
That's
I
really,
think we
really
should,
good news.
yeah, a third. That's
Yeah.
really staggering, though. That
Yeah.
out of every game, people bought Splatoon, and it may have done well because a lot of the bundles came with
Yes,
a free
yeah,
copy
I'd
of the
say
game
so.
as
I think,
well.
yeah, I think that's a big tick in the box for Splatoon. I think also just it being one of the timing and what it meant for Nintendo, like being their premier shooter, as well as it not really having much to compete with on the market at the time.
Certainly, they launched it in a really well window. It was the marquee Nintendo title. Didn't have a lot to compete with.
And I'm really glad it was the marquee Nintendo. It wasn't just like, here we got this thing,
Yes.
and like, here's a Mario game as
Yeah.
well. Like, that wouldn't have sold.
No.
No way.
I think
So
it was.
I'm stoked for that
Yeah,
game.
I think so too. I think they'll really chalk it up as a successful launch, and it's
Definitely
really,
the freshest game that's happened in a while.
yeah, keeping it fresh with Callie on my left here and Mario on my right. But yeah, and it's really the hardware is still moving. Wii U hardware's still moving, even with the mention of NX coming soon. And it tipped the total amount of units sold to over 10 million. 3DS is slowing down again, but still
Don't know why I'm
sits.
proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still sits at 53 million sold lifetime to date. So 10 million. And we just also heard some news that I think PS4 is in the
24.
first console to hit 24 million and has been the fastest console to do so as well.
It's unbelievable.
Sony
Eclipsing
always
the
do that, though.
PS2.
They did that with PS2. And
But
almost with
PS3 didn't
PS3.
eclipse
PS3
PS2.
didn't.
PS3
Which is funny
sold
because
well,
a lot
but
of people
not that
thought
well.
Xbox sales would spike post E3 when they released the Rev Replay, and people were going out and buying the Xboxes specifically for that reason. But
I don't think Rev Replay is enough to.
I know people
Realistically,
It's
not
seller.
many people are going to buy a system for that game.
No.
There's some cool games on it, but it's not enough. Maybe if you released every single game ever made, like on those systems, then I consider going buying it. If Nintendo released a new console that had everything from the back catalog on, I'd go buy that. But
A lot of people would.
I'd pay quite a bit
that's
for
what I'm
it.
saying.
Yeah.
I think
But
you'll see.
no one-
I think you'll
no
see a
one's gonna do-
spike. I think you'll see a spike with Xbox maybe going into holiday. But at the moment, Sony is really winning that war. But I think, it's.
Can we just 24 million is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like,
it really is
unbelievable. So,
But you notice
Sony have
it
done
too.
really well with that.
You do really notice it because this time last gen, when we were talking about what a lot of my friends who range from casual to really hardcore, the consoles they were all owning 360s, and now
Yes.
the tide has really turned.
Yes.
And that's, I think, the key difference is you talk to people and you ask them, if you only have one of the consoles, what do they have? I feel like 60 to 70% of the people I talk to, it's a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about PlayStation as well is they lose money on every console sold. They sell below below
They do it with
production.
most.
I think that's pretty common throughout their
Sony as
history.
a company lose most of money on hardware than anything.
Which is
They can
it
do
works.
that, though.
That's what I'm saying. It works for them though because their main concern is what is really most console makers should be doing is getting it out there.
Yeah.
If you lose, I think it's something like $20 on every console, or something like that, which isn't heaps, but so how much are they going for? Let's just say 500-ish just to play it safe. So they're losing $20 on every 500. They sell one game for $80. They've quadrupled the loss from that one console. Every single person, so 24 million people buy
In a roundabout
console.
way, you're right, yeah, but there's obviously people you need to pay with the games.
Yeah.
They're not making 100% profit off the
Oh
game.
no, but so I'm just like I'm
But
saying
Sony have
that-
also got TVs, they've got music,
Yeah,
they've got
exactly.
other departments.
They've got all
I
the
think
stuff
there
to
is.
counter
So
their
I can't
losses.
remember exactly what it is, but one of its departments is actually pretty much pulling the whole company, but they're more than willing to make that.
I think it's
sacrifice.
TVs.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it might be TVs.
I think, and it's really, again, Sony TVs. It's been a change in the psyche of people because I remember back in the day when I was 13 or 14, Sony was well known for making the best CRT TVs.
I agree. Sony are great, and if
Well,
they're
no,
listening,
they weren't at the time. No, I'm not hacking it to Sony. But back in the day, they were known for making really good TVs. People bought Sony TVs and Sony consoles. Now it's really switched gears
Samsung.
to Samsung, your LG.
Yeah.
They're the top brands for TVs. So again, it's just a change in consumer preference over time. And I think what we've seen with Wii U is a change in consumer preference to people maybe buying the Wii as a Wii Sports machine and as this novelty console, and not too many back to the hardcore. And the hardcore fans buying Wii U for the really good games, being the Splatoons, the Mario Kart 8s, the Smash Bros. So I think, I think it's a good sign going into the next year and a half with Wii
Do you
U.
think Wii U can crack 12?
Nintendo thinks they can. They think they can move 3.4 million at the end of the year for the rest of the financial year.
I think they can as long as they keep what they're doing up now. If they lose their momentum, obviously no. But from how they've been going and the sales, just with the games they've been releasing and the stuff that they've announced, I think it can definitely happen.
Yeah, I think the test will be holiday this year. I think if Star Fox comes out and is well received, which
Completely
we're
forgot about that
unsure
game.
about, Star Fox Zero, still really unsure about. Because it just looks like Star Fox, but doesn't really intrigue me. If that moves consoles, it will remain to be seen. If they're going to announce DLC plans to boost up sales of these sorts of evergreen titles that Nintendo are known for producing, that's going to be a big question mark. So, but yeah, I think it's a good sign ultimately.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. What else we got?
What else? We have...
We'll go back to the Smash DLC quickly. It's not it's been patched. So a few people have been nerfed and a few people have been buffed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a big old list. I don't know if we can go on.
We won't go
It's
into
pretty
it huge,
technical, but
Yeah, I think it's
It's
way too technical even for me.
It's
Yeah.
things like 1-2% damage changes, hitbox changes, frame rate changes. In terms of, I know we were reading up a bit about
Startup
back
moves
airs
and-
and stuff. The frame ends, the attack ends 5 frames sooner. So there's a lot lot of technical stuff just for balance. Balance has been their big thing lately because
Yeah.
Splatoon just got that big one with balance as well.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I just wanted to touch on something that was Nintendo NX related. I know.
Oh, yeah, I heard
I
about
know
this.
none of you guys play the game Dragon Quest, but Dragon Quest 9's been announced. And yes, it's come. It's announced as coming to 3DS and NX, which is odd
Very
to
odd,
announce
yeah.
for a console that doesn't technically even exist at this point in time. Do we think that this is a sign that we can get NX even sooner?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty confident that NX will be coming out in 2017.
2017.
Yep.
Yeah.
Early 2017.
Early 2017.
I would love to see it before Christmas 2016.
Yeah.
It won't
Yeah.
happen though.
I don't think it will. No.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty much
You need-
early 2017 now, though. But I don't think we were all like that to start off with. I
No,
think
we
we were like thinking like late 2017. But I think now it's virtually
Yeah.
There
guaranteed.
are a
Especially
couple
early
of
2017.
road markers saying we could get this sooner than we think, which is good.
Yeah,
What this says to me though is 3DS and NX. So you got a handheld and a console. So that to me says.
Well, again,
3DS
we still don't know
is
it's a
gonna-
console.
Yeah, well, basically,
Yeah,
we
it's
don't
to
know
me,
what
it's
it
saying
is. Again, we
3DS
still
will still
don't
be
know what it
around
is.
though, so it's interesting that it's not really a hint, but it's just kind of like what could that mean?
So some of the rumors have been pretty lukewarm as far as the power goes of the console. Like we're hearing sub PS4 X1 power levels, which
Yeah.
would be terrible. If that
But I
happened.
think that's what's happening. I think Nintendo's research and development is not where it needs to be, and Nintendo aren't about high-powered consoles.
No. But I mean, to attract the third parties and if it is going to be a hybrid streaming handheld thing that we think it might be, then power is going to be pretty crucial.
Certainly.
So as we said, we won't really know anything about it, and we probably won't until at least next year. We're not going to find out until at least next year. So it's all just speculation at this point, but it's fun.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, it's going to be really interesting to see in the coming months if I think we can virtually guarantee that Nintendo will reveal an NX at E3 next year.
Yeah, it's pretty.
They have to. They can't be silent on it next
No.
year. And yeah, I think Zelda's going to be a real sort of litmus test. Is if it's going to be the Wii's swan song / NX launch. Is it going to be a dual title?
Well,
similar
on
to
Zelda,
Twilight Princess?
it's been moved to TBD now, not
Not 2016. So it's
2016.
been
Yeah.
announced as
pushed back again.
But Chris, obviously you've been the one waiting for this game the most, but you had something interesting to say about this.
Yeah, I mean, man, Nintendo make fantastic games. If they need more time to make this game, then they'll take it and they'll take the hit. Also, I think they realize that why release a game that is going to be like a 10 out of 10 or 9, not high 9s or something on a console that is going to die? That
Certainly.
no one's going to play it on. So
Certainly.
if I was making this game, I'd say I want this game to be played by as many people as we can. Let's launch on NX, and it's gonna be very divisive, that decision, and I think it is coming. And I didn't think about this a while ago,
But I put that question to you as if Zelda's traditionally way more hardcore and less accessible than Mario, that's just how I view it. If you launch with that title, and all these Nintendo fans have bought you where you have to buy this new console anyway, is that segmenting your base anyway? And are you really going to get that many more people playing it on NX than you are on Wii U? That's why I think it has to be a dual title.
I guess the other thing,
Happened with Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
I guess the name will be changed to Zelda NX. Or
Oh,
Zelda,
yeah.
whatever.
The name hasn't been revealed yet anyway, so yeah.
It's just the Legend of Zelda working title 2015. I don't think the name's that important. Back in the days where DS meant it was an acronym. Advance Wars Dual Strike or Kirby Dual...
GX or Z or something.
No, it was Kirby DS, but I forgot what the DS stood for. It was always fun when a DS game would come out and you would try and figure out what the DS
So
stood
I do want to talk to you guys about NX, but maybe not this episode, maybe a bit closer towards the end of the year or something, but
Certainly.
talk about NX and what it means for Nintendo and what potential
sure,
ramifications it could have if it's not successful. And that
Yeah,
sort of thing.
well, I think then that's the thing, we get these little trickles of news every now and then, but until E3 2016, we just don't know anything.
Yeah.
I think one piece of news we should touch on, so it's been mentioned, it's the Splatoon August update. So I think we'll just actually list what's going to be in
This
there.
is the next big patch.
big
so
update.
They've had little bits put in. We've had map and
Every
item
week.
increases,
Yeah, every
which is what they promised.
The most recent being Camp Triggerfish, which I haven't had a chance to play,
haven't had
and
the
you guys
internet,
haven't
so-
had the internet, so you haven't had a chance to play either.
played
But just from people I've talked to, it's quite a well-received map.
Yeah,
Chris.
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot of the new maps I haven't played, and then I played it a couple of weeks, or maybe 3 days ago now.
Yeah.
And then they kind of all came up to me at once. I was playing, and then I was like, "Well, this is a completely new game."
Yeah,
because I
wow.
hadn't practiced them.
Yeah.
and I was doing pretty badly.
Yeah.
I
The
gotta
game's
say, but
evolving
yeah.
really quickly, and
Yes, it has been.
what the question in my head is like, what's the limit? Like, where can Splatoon go? It just
well,
keeps.
level 50 now.
Yeah. Hey, segue.
I want some offline play. I think give me split screen offline play.
Well,
I really think
keep
but
reading,
it's
yeah.
tough to do.
So we got level 50, that's what we already know, which is 30 levels. It's interesting that they're not just doing 10 or another 20, but
Yeah.
30. So straight off the bat, boom, here's 30 levels. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of grinding time.
Yeah.
So that's good. One thing, just before we start reading, that,
Yeah.
that I know just from what I've seen,
Yeah.
there's a new rank. So, like a lot of other Japanese games, there's S rank after A.
Yeah, S and S plus.
Yeah, S and S plus and S minus, I guess. Now, I've gotten to B plus.
Wow.
And I'm struggling to stay on B plus because
so-
I'll
yeah.
be
Struggling to
4
stay on
wins,
C.
4
Yeah,
losses.
I'm
It's very
happy with
tricky.
my C plus.
Yeah.
I've gotten a B so far, and I struggle to maintain a level between B minus and B.
Yeah.
And I think once you get there, it's really hard to maintain that level. You just get knocked back really hard.
I play by the rule. If I lose like 2 or 3 in a row, I'll just stop playing because the team combination is just not going to work.
Good rule. Good rule.
I had like 16 wins in a row, and then just a couple of people stopped playing in that group, and then boom, it was gone. I was just like, oh no, I just lost 4 or 5. So
Well, one thing we haven't done, and we're hoping to get some content on soon, guys, is all of us playing together at once. Hopefully we'll see a bit of that
It's
soon.
funny you should say that because maybe we could do some Splatoon because there's now the introduction of squad battle and private battle. So squad battle allows you to battle in ranked matches with friends instead of random players. So maybe we could all try and get in some ranked matches and get our rank
see the
up.
red coin teams.
I finally be playing with some good players.
yeah. Yeah.
And then the other one is private battle, which goes another step further and allows for 2 to 8 friends to battle together, select maps, modes, and weapons.
I'm good with that. I like that.
Which
What's
really is exciting.
What's really cool about that is it's not just 4v4. It can be 1v3, 1v whatever. You can set any amount, which would be really cool for like.
So I think to make it fair, like it'd be you 3 against me, yeah?
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not
Wait,
good
what?
at Splatoon.
Did you say you were C plus or B?
Ew, throwing the gauntlet down.
No, that's really. I think this is. I would have loved to see this on release because we've been playing it a lot more anyway. If that
certainly.
happened because we've
It's a
played
lot
with
easier
each
to
other a few
coordinate.
times, but it's just you not having the guarantee that you're together is kind of annoying.
But it was also kind of cool whether we'd be on Skype or whatever, and then
we're on the same team.
yeah, we're like,
I'm gonna get you now.
Yeah, so exactly, it's a cool little battle there.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see if you earn experience in that mode. Like I can see that obviously, like you can pretty. Take advantage of that by just.
I think they
losing on
will.
purpose,
I think they will.
so-
I think they will, just from the perspective of, experience is such a negligible thing in the game. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily make you that much better at the game.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it
no.
has very little impact. Actually.
Yeah.
It's more of a
Oh,
brag.
to an extent,
Yeah.
I mean, it does allow you to get more weapons.
But like,
Yeah.
that's the only thing. But then
It's
some of
an
those
effect.
weapons
Yeah.
are like,
And new abilities, and
yeah,
like I know there's times when I didn't even know what the Kraken was, and I just got destroyed by this
Yeah.
giant.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So there's also 2 new weapon types, which we've talked about. The slosher weapons that hurl ink in a straight line. They're good for taking out players in hard to reach high places. We've also got the Gatling gun-like Splatling.
Yeah, great name.
Yeah, I
That'd be
really
cool.
enjoy that.
I'm very keen.
Splatling
to
or
see this.
Gatling. You need to take time to charge it, and then it unleashes sort of a
That's
stream
cool,
of
yeah.
ink. So
I'm imagining sort of like the minigun in Grand Theft Auto,
Yes.
where you spin it with one to keep it warm, but you walk slower, and then you can fire. So
Oh, that's cool.
I would like to see something like that because that'd be a really interesting game style.
Yeah.
Also, like the Heavy from Team Fortress 2, he has a similar style weapon.
yeah. But I'm glad to see more types of guns rather than the basic 4 as well. But
been-
we'll try them all out
There's,
and see what
there's
works.
been a few more now. They've released in a few
Few
patches
paintbrushes,
anyway. There's
yeah.
there's the paintbrush now, like you said, which like gives you the same speed as the Kraken. But there's also I can't remember what I want to say, Luna or something. It's like a big round gun, and when you shoot, it explodes.
Lunar Blaster.
Lunar Blaster, yeah. And that's its own type of gun, really. Like so. There's all these subclasses that are completely different to the rest of them. So it's very interesting.
Yeah,
how much...
it's really cool because I won't use them. I'm a guy that will use an item that has high fire rate.
Yeah.
And that's how I like to play.
Well, there's a couple of those items that talk a bit about fire rate. So
just quickly, we're going to be playing together soon. New Gear's going to be coming out. And I think we're all pretty happy with our classes right now.
I'm so excited.
But
I'm
I'm sure that's all going to change with the new gear coming out.
Yeah.
Right now, at level 20-ish, and with the gear we got, what's everyone's feelings on what we got?
I'm still at level 12, can I just say?
No, it's okay. I'm
Not
level
level
16
20
myself,
yet.
Well,
You're behind the pack, Adam.
Yes.
I've probably played the most. I know, Chris, you played a bit, but I think in terms of actual progression and completion, because I've done everything in single player mode, including all the amiibos, and I've like beaten and found all the arenas things.
Yeah. Also, you didn't have a job while
yeah, well, that helps. That certainly helped. I'm not just saying I'm the best player here. It just happened to work out that way. And I've actually like got some costume sets and like worked on them by re-rolling them with the snails you get from Splatfest. So I've got like a power suit that's all about special, and then my samurai is all about damage and stuff. So I've got a few things.
So you've got quite a few different sets built up depending on what weapon you feel like using. Yeah.
Well, what I found is, so my power suit is really good for Kraken because it speeds up your special gauge and lets it use it for longer, which is made for the Kraken. So I will use that when I'm doing regular matches. If I'm doing ranked matches, I pretty much have to use the aero spray because I need
fire rate.
That's the gold one, isn't it?
There's a gold and a silver version. They're essentially the same. The difference is the special. The one I use has ink strike as well as ink mine. And that's really good for combat because I can put ink mine down, run away, go fill up my gauge, hit someone with an ink strike and shoot while I can. The downside of that being is the damage is not very good, so I have to really hit them a few times, but the fire rate is up. So those are the ones that I use for that.
I think, I'm kind of similar. I've got my main class, which I've been using for a lot of free matches. And that's my roller with a lot of like quick running and quick damage. I use the carbon roller, so it's just really zippy.
Yeah.
It's all about just spreading paint really quickly and for long distances. But I'm finding the more and more I play ranked matches that the rollers aren't as handy in ranked matches, so I'm moving over to charges more. I'm using things like the 3...
Oh, you are using the charges?
I can't use charges.
The 3K leader...
Elite 3K?
Yeah.
Cool,
I'm finding a lot of people using those as well.
Yeah,
they're really good.
Really good.
So I'm using that for my ranked matches. And it's really
Can I just say, I love tower control. Tower control is so much better than Splat Zone. I hate Splat Zone now. It's still fun to play, but for some reason, it's just so much harder to win in Splat Zone. With the new versions, there's a new ranked battle coming out as well.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called though.
Yeah.
Well, what are you finding, Chris? You haven't really played much recently.
Yeah, I played a bit last weekend, which was really, really refreshing. I love the new maps. What's the one where it's like a really tall map?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Again?
I can't, but it's quite small. But you start up and
really
as you drop down,
scale,
it's different. Yeah, it's very high up, which is really interesting.
That was a really fun map to play. And I feel like they're just pulling some levels out of single player.
Yeah,
and that's a great thing to do.
We're up to it's like 8 different levels now, isn't it?
Really? I thought it was more. It might have been
maybe more. But I'm from the original 5 we got. Yeah, it would be more than 8 because that would have been. Yeah, we're probably up to 10 or 12 then. I think. But yeah, lots of content, and that's what they promised, and they've delivered on it. I think it's that going back, if we listen to how negative we were in terms of like, there's no maps, content. What are we going to do? Like, I think it's worked out pretty well anyway.
So do you think like game review websites should start maybe re-reviewing the game, or like?
I don't think it requires a full review.
A new score, new scores or something.
I think possibly it'd be good to review it after the next big patch, just to see. But it's not too different from the original anyway.
No,
it's the same
right,
game in terms of gameplay after all. So, and that would be mostly what they're voting on. But yeah,
cool. Well, once again, I'm going to wind up on Splatoon, I guess. Is there anything else?
No, we always talk about Splatoon.
Well, we'll talk about it really quick. PAX is coming up.
Of course,
yes.
And
Red Coin has been okayed for backstage media passes.
Yep.
So we did apply. We were going to go to PAX anyway.
Yeah, we
actually
Aaron and
already
myself,
bought your
we're
We
already
had
going
a
to go
3-day
to PAX
passes
anyway.
and accommodation from Melbourne locked in.
Yep. So that'll be exciting. We're really looking forward to hopefully getting some FaceTime with some designers, developers, publishers.
Yeah, I think we'll be bringing out a lot of content from what we experience over there, and hopefully, get our name out there a bit more and talk to a lot more people, especially on the ground, and you guys out there.
And you guys will be doing something over there, do a few podcasts or something.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
one each day.
we'll be doing
Are you
that.
guys there for 3 days, or how long are you staying in Melbourne?
So we're there, I think, 5 days.
Okay, cool.
A day either side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's for me personally.
I think I'll be there around a week. It just depends with some stuff. But yeah.
You guys going to check out anything else in Melbourne? Or
Well, it's always around Melbourne Cup Day, so I might go to Melbourne Cup again.
any cricket on, or just...
I think the beauty of PAX as well is
No, I don't
a lot
like
of a few of the bars around Melbourne actually put on video game themed events.
Yeah.
I don't know, like last year we were out, drinking with some other random Twitch streamers and stuff like that. There's always stuff going on in Melbourne to do with what's going on at the convention centre.
Yeah,
So
cool.
Yeah, it's games for the weekends, then horses take over during the week.
Well, I guess we'll have to have a couple of those.
Before that, the grand final as well.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
exactly.
busy week. We'll have to have another one of those split episodes. That
Yeah.
worked out pretty
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Me and you can go do something fun, Chris.
Yeah, we'll do something fun.
We'll be buddies together.
Crying. In
By that point, you'll still be playing Super Mario Maker. So
Yeah,
there'll
that's
be
true.
That's a
plenty
good
of-
point.
Yeah, so just to
Stuff else to
clarify,
talk about.
Adam and Aaron are going to PAX.
Yes.
Cameron and Chris are staying behind to...
To lament the fact
someone's
that
got to
going
watch the
PAX.
kids, right?
Yeah. Cool.
Well, you've been listening to Redcoin the Nintendo podcast. As always, please like, subscribe, share on the YouTube. YouTube, we don't have a special address
URL,
yet, do we?
no.
Yeah, no. So just look through that through our Facebook at Redcoin Oz. Also, our iTunes. We do have iTunes. It's updated pretty much instantly as soon as the episodes are updated. So
please submit a review, even if regardless of whether it's negative, positive, we take all feedback on board. So
Tell us what you really
definitely
think about Adam.
Please do. Yes.
Yeah.
so it's just important to share it. So the more you share, the more we can do, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very
You
much.
can find me
listening, guys.
on Twitch, Project_Chris.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'll be doing some streaming. So yeah.
Aaron, you'll be doing some capturing, right?
At some point, hopefully, maybe
You need to make an account first.
Yeah, we'll see what goes on there.
I've got a Twitch account from when I started a bit of streaming on my PS4, but that was a bit of a
One broadcast.
one broadcast of Destiny for the players at home. But it's
Cool.
and just before we go, I just wanted to quickly say hot tip for anyone who's got PlayStation Plus, please, there's not a lot of time left, download Rocket League.
Yes.
Rocket League's been
it's-
getting some good coverage.
It has.
Rocket League, everyone.
So Rocket League is soccer with cars. That's
Is
all
that
you need
downloadable
to
now?
know. It is. It's downloadable on all. I think it's on PC. It's on PS4. I don't know if it's on Xbox, but it's free on PlayStation.
Okay,
so
cool.
you've got nothing to lose. If you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, please download Rocket League and play it. And I'll talk more about it next time.
All right. Well, we've been Redcoin with
Aaron?
Chris,
Adam,
and I'm Cameron. Thanks for listening.
thank you.
cheers.